And that's how I managed to save myself from getting cancelled.
Damn, they really wanted you. Too bad my blueberry's invincible.
It's what? Anyways, did you enjoy our little date?
Yes, it was very lovely, hon.
Glad you did. Gotta say, it was a lot better than Tony's Pizza while watching a movie on a jailbroken fire stick. I had a pretty interesting date.
Are you sure?
V? My old roommate?
Hey, aren't you that guy that was at Sandra's party from a few months ago?
Eddie, we need to talk.
No, you're not moving back in. This is what that is. It's
Well,
no.
that's part of why I came back, but like, this is pretty urgent. Life-threatening even.
Now, what situation could you possibly gotten yourself into that would be life-threatening? Jesus Christ, when was the last time you cleaned your room? It's like something died in here.
Never mind that. So the reason I dragged you here, Eddie, how do you feel about making a video?
About what?
I don't know. Struggle meals?
Hell no! We're not doing that again. That was the reason I kicked you out!
I know, but please understand, I need you to make another one with me, because if we don't, the world's gonna die!
What the hell did you do to have the world be at stake, all for a 200 view video?
So basically, one day I decided to explore vast deep space, until I met some aliens who just happened to be in the way to Earth. So I showed them what Earth was about, which was the video. I think you might know that. And they ended up liking it, a lot, to the point where they threatened me to make more. And when I told them, no, they kind of said that they'll destroy the world.
I want what you're smoking.
No, Eddie, I'm telling you the truth. The aliens and everything.
Come on, Savannah,
destroying
we're
the Earth.
leaving.
I promise. No, come back.
Hello, humans.
You have got to be kidding me.
I see a bunch of blue friend.
Yep, he's right here.
I am not your fucking friend.
Hello there. We really like your supplement video. I gotta say, your red hair really gives all we need to know about this planet.
A 200 viewed video about things you shouldn't eat?
Precisely. We really want to know more. This is why we want you to make another one of those, what would you call it? Oh, yes, a video. Yeah, we want more videos of yours.
No.
Why not?
Look, I would really like to make a video, but I'm retired now. I don't do videos no more. Now, could you please screw off so I can continue my date with my Shayla?
Well, let's just show you what we're capable of. X1, blow his house up.
My fucking apartment! My beautiful one-bedroom apartment! All of my Sabrina Carpenter merch, no!
Now, we won't bring your house back when you give us another supplements video, so get to work. You have the entire day. X2, show me this world of gambling.
Fine, V. I'll make another one, but under one condition. After we're done and we save the world and all that stuff, you're leaving me alone. Never bother me again. I can get a few people to spice the video up.
Fine. Just one question.
What?
Can I borrow $30?
Ah! What's going on, everybody? I'm the Ed channel, or Ed, or whatever. Well, Struggle Mills. Yay! I'm so excited to talk about this again. again. So last time we left off, it was just an excuse to have V talk about this lactose diarrhea mac and cheese thing. All you need to know is when I made it, I was in the bathroom for a couple of hours. But of course, like life itself, the struggle is real and never ending. Turns out we were not done going over a broke life. Totally not forced to go back anyways. Today we'll be going over struggle meals again. And this time I'm not alone. Again. Although we have more people this time. We will be going over the stuff we did not mention previously. And we'll go back to some that we glossed over because even I'll admit we did that. So V, since you're a redhead, dumbass, broke ass goddess here, why don't you bring up something we forgot or barely mentioned?
You don't have to insult me like that, you know.
My house exploded. Move the fuck on or our world dies, you fuck!
Eddie, calm down. You know you have bad blood pressure.
Sorry, I just need you to bring up something, V.
Well, one thing we did kind of gloss over was canned goods. It was literally only 4 sentences, so I guess we could take a closer look at it. Again, canned goods are basically the cheat code for meals. There's a ton of variety. It could literally go, miles.
Why did you say like that? Whatever. Like, yeah, what he said. Firstly, I do find it fascinating just how long you can even reserve some of them. It's one of those things, it's like a last resort on meals. Let's just say there's a zombie apocalypse and there was no food available. The canned stuff is like the literal last resort. You can make a nearly $5 meal off these alone. You got meats, vegetables, all kinds of soups, and all the rest. Now, of course, there's our main man, Chef Boyardee, with many options. You got ravioli, spaghetti, beefaroni, mac and cheese, the list goes on. For some reason, they have big bowls, which you need a microwave, and upon actually trying it, there's just something about the taste I don't like specifically on these cups, but like the regular ones are fine. I don't know what's up with it. Now, if stuff covered in red sauce isn't your thing, I guess the alternate version would be Campbell chunky cans, which is arguably the better versions because they're more healthy, more variety, and every can has a fuck ton of protein. And after trying it for the first time, they did not disappoint.
Another alternative that more so a snack cafe is sausages. These aren't going to fill your apron of a belly, however, I will say they are really good. So much so that Eddie's cats are a fan of them. I do highly recommend you just get the regular ones though, because the small ones have a bit of a strange taste to them.
Boys, you both completely forgot an actual centerpiece for a lot of broke meals or struggle meals. I'm of course talking about Spam. If bread is considered the Swiss Army knife of meals, well I believe Spam is the Swiss Army knife of meats. The many combinations you can do is insane. I once covered it at the news station. Of course, you can eat it raw, but I don't think it's all that good. I think cooking it is much better. You can either make slices of meat or even dice it into little pieces, mix it in with soups or even the infamous ramen. There's a whole bunch of things as you can do, as there are countless lists that go even beyond struggle meals. So, I have to say, Spam is pretty awesome.
Now, we could go on forever about canned goods, but unfortunately, we don't have a lot of time. Firstly, I want to go back and talk about the main essentials. Like last time, I mentioned that the 3 main things that are important in a fridge are milk, eggs, and bread. These 3 alone can create so many combinations, but like the fast food square from the fast food video, there's subcategories and even alternatives. For example, if you somehow can't get bread, there's tortillas. Although they aren't as much of a utensil as its loaf counterpart, there's still food to be made with it, such as quesadillas. At least I'm not trying to rhyme it, I'm sorry if I said that wrong. Just like grilled cheese, the simple thought of cheese in between a folded tortilla is so simple yet so amazing. But you already knew that. The things you can put inside of it is like a blank canvas for all kinds of things. Now, I need to tell you that there are 2 main types of tortillas. You can use flour, which is much softer, and you'll often find many Mexican restaurants that use flour mainly to make burritos and such. The other type is corn, which is much harder and can be cut easily. Sometimes you can make corn chips out of it. You'll see this used with tacos a lot. However, the best thing you can make in mine is tortillas and eggs. I'm actually going to let my sister take over this one. I just got to give her a quick call.
Your phone ringing.
Eddie? What the hell is happening? There's aliens now, and our world is gonna get destroyed?
Look, I know it's crazy, but I'm fixing it. I just need a very quick favor.
What could it possibly be?
Could you possibly tell me how to make tortillas and eggs? You know, the childhood classic?
Girl, what? Fine. You take 4 corn tortillas and cut them up, put oil in a pan, turn the stove on medium, then you grab 2 eggs, put it in a bowl with milk, salt, and pepper, mix it up. After that, put the tortillas and mix it with the oil, drench it before you add the egg mix and drop it inside, and now all you need to do is constantly stir, and after a while, you have tortillas and eggs. Is there anything else you need?
No, that's it. I'll let you know when the world is safe, but you'll also know if you die suddenly, so bye-bye. Yeah, I'm not repeating all that. However, if that isn't your cup of tea, you can replace the tortillas with hot dogs. Yeah! I knew I'd come back to them. Cheap-ass processed franks. I love wieners. There's also sausage links and chorizo. Chorizo and eggs are a great example in the lower-class citizens. Hell, you can combine all of them and wrap it in a tortilla, making a breakfast burrito. Now, all these items I talked about can be pretty inexpensive to come by, making these breakfast meals pretty affordable. But if you went really cheap and need something on the go, there are breakfast cups. For some reason. Yeah, I hope you know that from now on, most of these upcoming meals are either going to be packed in a cup or a box, so just get prepared for that.
Now, breakfast in a cup is mostly Jimmy Dean products that usually come with eggs. All you gotta do is crack an egg and scramble it in a couple minutes. You basically have a portable cup of breakfast on the go, as it says is advertised. The only 2 scenarios I would ever see it being vital is if you're working a night shift or 2. But you buy multiple of these, you might as well get the money to actually buy the damn ingredients. It would be a hell ton cheaper, but wait, you don't got the money for that. Matter of fact, you're living on food stamps. That just means you need to get a job!
Dude, what is your problem?
I finally got a job, so I feel the need to rub it in.
Well, continuing off of what you said, there's also pancakes in a cup. It's one of those cases of adding water and microwaving it. Honestly, I don't get this one either. Trying to simply warm up pancake mix with water just isn't gonna taste good. At that point, you might as well just warm up a frozen pancake or even cook.
But babe, you don't need to learn how to cook pancakes because shake and pour bottles exist. I'm pretty sure this is where most people learn how to make pancakes from these. And not gonna lie, it actually works. The only reason I prefer a tiny cup is because it requires you to actually cook it. I promise, it's easy. Half of the process is done. You got this. You literally just pour water in there. Okay, this is a good time to stop talking about breakfast. We'll be here for hours. So instead, it's time to talk about some frozen products that are considered struggle meals. Now, I would save them for another video, but I mean, screw it, let's talk about it. So, when the afternoon arrives, you're either getting out of school or work, but you don't want to cook anything. So you try to find something quick to eat, and then I'm sure there's a lot of combinations. There's even things that wouldn't even be considered edible.
I mean, just go online and witness the Hall of Fame of struggle meals and, countless amounts of, yeah, I'll eat slop for dinner tonight, but we'll get into that later. For now, I would like to just go over the packaged things. That might be more up your alley.
Now, one good example I've actually found recently is something called Completes, or Complete Eats? I don't know. The way they're packaged makes it seem like a TV dinner, yet they don't need to be refrigerated. Now, just like the canned stuff, they have all sorts of variety for you to try out. Usually, these already prepped, ready to go foods would be TV dinners, but I already know that's been discussed to death. But hey, for a couple of dollars until the next paycheck, is not the worst thing in the world, even if it was filled with mystery, maybe human meat.
Speaking of TV dinners, I do believe it's time to transition into dinner.
Now, just like last time, we will go over some very solid dinner options that are on the cheap and give you the excuse of not blowing at least 20 bucks on a meal. And unlike last time, we will not spend the rest of the video going over one dish. Sorry V, the shit yourself mac and cheese won't be mentioned again.
Oh.
And also, I will try to go back and discuss the things that we mentioned last time, which, not gonna lie, we did kind of gloss over. Starting with tomato soup with grilled cheese, the best way to scare off those lactose intolerant ants people. Yeah, I know, this is a classic combo, but if I'm being honest, I've never had tomato soup. Just kind of due to the fact that my mom's allergic to tomatoes. very heavily, so we never get tomatoes, especially soup. So for the purposes of this video, I did went out to try it, and I do kind of see the hype. They mix in so well with each other, I wasn't expecting that. I take it a step further by getting those oddly non-refrigerated pepperoni slices and mix in the grilled cheese as well. If you were to get the ingredients at a Dollar Tree, it would maybe run at least $5. Way better than those Lunchable variants anyway. See, that's another thing I wanted to mention as well, was knowing your prices. Dollar Tree comes to mind. Everything that we mentioned today has come from that store, and if you're really good at adding up your prices, you'd get a bunch of things at the cost of being dirt cheap. They may not be good food, but it's at least something to get in your stomach.
Firstly, we have tuna salad with crackers. If you want a good tuna salad, keep looking, because these are not a good option. It sucks, and this is most likely the last thing you want to eat, knowing that your paycheck's in a couple days. Just get the two separately at this point. I also wanted to bring up the whole pack a cup of noodles. While ramen packets are better and you get more out of those, it's not to say that these bowls or cups for like less than $2 have been saved for college students and people that don't really care about their health. You got these bowls and cups, all kinds of variety. The Tapa TU ones have their own noodles. Like, what the fuck?
And there's also a bunch of boxed goods as well. Now, of course, there's mac and cheese, rice and pasta, but the main thing that comes to mind when it comes to boxed dinners is hamburger helper. Technically, it shouldn't count as a so-called struggle meal because you need ground beef to make this, but technically, you don't need meat at all. Hell, you can use vegetables, or even tuna out of the can works, so it counts for being a cheap and viable option. I personally don't eat it, but it is so easy to make, I don't mind it being my last option in the cabinet.
I can tell we're having a lot of fun listing out some of our favorites, so let me go over some as well. We have microwave nachos. Oh yeah, processed cheese with chips that get weirdly soft. That's fun. Bread with sugar or cinnamon. Are you trying to compete with the classic maple syrup sandwich? Speaking of which, you got a chip sandwich. My poor blue heart is actually just gargling even thinking about it. Come on, is there anything remotely good to get inside two buns? Oh, thank God. For one, I'm surprised I did not mention bologna last time, and secondly, I will stand and die on this hill that it's actually really good. Yes, it's processed meat, but Spam is the same thing, but nobody outside picky eaters complain about that. With that being said though, it's the most cheapest and viable option, and making dinner with these is out there, such as fried bologna sandwiches. You fry one of these fuckers and put some chips of your choice and putting it between two bread gets one of my favorite lunch/dinner options. Just an all-around great sandwich that puts in way higher than others, honestly. If you would like to get more dinner options that could stretch out dollars, there's tons, such as lazy enchiladas. If you get frozen burritos, drown them in enchilada sauce, add cheese and stuff, and put it in the oven, you almost get a real experience with enchiladas. I have yet to try it, but I'm sure it's really good. And now, for the final thing I want to talk about is roastery chicken. Yeah, we're going there. You won't believe you can get a fully cooked bird for off the shelf for less than $10. Actually, more like the heater, you don't get it on the shelf. Dude, you can get these bitches for like $5. And of course, since there's the whole chicken, there's a bunch of shit you can do with it. You can get it straight from the bag, shred it up to make countless meals, and of course, put it in between bread with some mayonnaise and pickles and whatever you want. It's so good. And depending on who you are, you can stretch it out for maybe a week at least. Who knew a tiny bird could have so many options? Just don't tell Mr. Turkey.
Okay, I think that's it. We for sure covered a lot of struggle meals.
Yeah, no thanks to you. Anyways, that's the end of the video. Struggle meals can be all sorts of stuff. Stuff that shouldn't be digested by anyone, but hey, it is something to get in your stomach. While it is great when you get your paycheck or your mother finds a way to get food stamped, it's nice to enjoy insanely better food that blows away mostly everything we talked about today. However, it doesn't shy away the days when something as simple as bread with sugar was delicious. Anyways, I will see you guys all later. Bye bye. So, what did you guys think?
I'm sorry, I know the time. I understand it was quite a marvelous to say the least.
Thanks. Hey, can you put my house back up now?
Alright, a deal is a deal. X1 to bring his house back.
Wait, that's it? You're not gonna like explore the world or anything? You just came for me? But I don't understand.
What? Alright. I will see you again.
Are you kidding me? All that for a high five and some fucking cigarettes?
Hey, we saved the world at least, right?
Hell yeah. Don't you guys think we got off the hook too easily, though?
Yeah, we're funny PNGs. What could happen? Oh, that could happen.
I think this might be a bad time, but you still kind of owe me $30.
I'm gonna fucking choke you!
Don't you ever forget